Hi guys, I wish I could be there today. I have a meeting that I can't get out of, but I did want to record something for you. Explain to you why involved with the American Cancer Society. If you asked me, coming out of college about 7 years ago, if I would be involved with a nonprofit or with ACS, I probably would say no. I lost my grandfather before I was born to bone cancer, but that was really my only connection. Um, I was a sport management major. I worked for the Columbus Blue Jackets out of college. I interned with the Steelers for a long time in marketing, interned with FSM Pittsburgh. So I was involved in sports, and I even was doing business sales with FedEx for 5 years before I came to ACS. But it was about March 2013, I get a call from my best friend Eric. And Eric had Crohn's disease, and he was having some health issues. He wasn't feeling well, so he went to the doctor, and they gave him, three or four different possible reasons, and one of them was cancer. The doctor told him it was a small chance. Well, that small chance actually was the case, and Eric went through treatment, and he had a couple surgeries afterwards, and the doctor opened him up, and there were a ton of tumors, and they couldn't do anything. So he was diagnosed in March, and then I would say September or August, it was confirmed that it was stage four. During that time, he kept his spirits up. He was a very funny guy. He was always the center of attention, but it wasn't because of his doing. It was just his personality. He drew people in, and you couldn't find someone that had something negative to say about him. And I always tell people that the best way to explain it was Eric wasn't your friend, he was your best friend. You met him and you had that automatic best friend feeling. He liked to have fun. He could Dougie. He could do all these things, and I really actually admired him. And he never knew that. But during his treatments, he stayed strong. He never wanted people to really even know about it. He slowly told people as his condition got worse, and it was kind of obvious when he was losing weight. Um, and he really cared about others during this treatment. Um, you know, Shortly after he was diagnosed, I got engaged to be married. I picked Eric to be one of my best men. Um, and he was excited. All he talked about was his speech and how he was going to get me, and I was really looking forward to it myself. And his condition got worse closer to our wedding. He called me one day, and it was after he had an unsuccessful surgery, and he was upset. He didn't know what to do, and it was the first time I can honestly say in my life, in my relationship with him, that I I could tell that he wasn't sure. He was very confident. He was always confident. And he flat out asked me. He goes, "Why is this happening to me? Why? I've never done anything to hurt anybody." And it was true. He never did anything wrong. Um, and I think we all struggle with this. I know a lot of you've lost loved ones to cancer, or lost loved ones in general, and you wonder, why do bad things happen to good people? And I struggled with that for a while, and I don't know how I came up with this answer for him, whether grace of God or just dumb luck. I told him, bad things are happening to you because you're so strong to handle it, that you're setting an example for us to follow, and you're motivating us to be better people, and to live life fully. And he took that answer, and he ran with it. It was about a month out from my wedding, and he calls me and he goes, "You know what, bud? I don't know if I can go for my tux fitting. Would you mind if I just wore a suit?" And that really struck me. That here's a person that's battling for their life, and they're worried if I'm going to be upset that they're wearing a suit instead of a tuxedo to my wedding. And of course, I told him I was happy he would be there. A couple weeks later, his mom called me, and she really thought that he would not be able to make the wedding. And in the back of my mind, I hate to admit, I really thought that too. So I went to visit him. He was actually in hospice, and we talked. and it was really hard for me to leave. I didn't want to leave because I had a really bad feeling that was being the last time I saw my best friend. Um, and I talked to him, and we said our goodbyes. Um, and the goodbyes were see you later. It was, there was no movie drawn out goodbye or anything like that. I really was hoping to see him again soon. Um, so he wasn't able to attend our wedding. Um, After our reception, I remember going back to the hotel room with my wife, and something just hit me. And the next morning, I get a phone call. My phone rings. We're getting ready to go to the Dominican Republic for our honeymoon, and it's Eric's mom. And Eric passed away 30 minutes after our wedding, our reception, around 12:30 at night. Um, I miss him every day. I can honestly say every single day I wake up, within 10 or 15 minutes, he's in my mind. I feel very blessed to have had him in my life. Um, the motivation that he gives me, I've dedicated my life for him. He left this world way too soon, just like so many of your loved ones, I'm sure, that you guys have lost or that you've had to watch deal with cancer. I'm so sorry that you guys have had to go through that. It does two things. It makes me extremely sad that people go through this, and it makes me very angry too, because cancer doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't care what your race is, your sexual orientation, your religious beliefs, your political beliefs. It doesn't care. And I don't care how long we have to fight. We have to continue fighting. And I want to tell you guys, I appreciate every single thing that you do. As a college student, I know you have a lot on your plate. You have classes. That's more than enough. I played baseball, so for me, baseball and class was, sometimes overwhelming. But so many of you are involved in athletics in other clubs besides Relay for Life. With Relay for Life, you have jobs, you have family, you have friends, you have girlfriends, boyfriends. I can't imagine how difficult it can be to juggle what you guys do. So I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for your involvement. So that is why I relay. I relay so that my friend can continue fighting through me, and that we're going to solve this, and we're going to make sure that no one else has to go the rest of their life without a best friend. So thank you again, and I will see you guys soon.